You may be wondering why I am making another status update video, considering I made one just last week. Well, a few more things have come up that I want to share with you, and also, most importantly, I probably won't be able to do any challenge responses this weekend. It's currently 8 o'clock in the morning here, so I got up at 7 and took a shower and ate breakfast, and I've got a 10 o'clock appointment, so I'm trying to squeeze this video in between then and now. Hopefully I'll get it on YouTube before I have to get my appointment. So, then the reason why I won't be able to do challenges is because I really should do some schoolwork in my SAT-ACT preparation course. Because, I haven't really done much as I should have the past week. I misanticipated how much time I'd actually have, so I really need to get that done. And next week, either this Wednesday or this Friday, my family and I are gonna be going on a trip to Minneapolis and Wisconsin. So I may not be making any videos that week, I'm not sure, although the laptop does have a webcam, so I might be able to bring challenges, but I don't know. I would have to transfer all the files to my dad's laptop, and yeah, whatever. So I just want to let you guys know that I may not be making any videos during that time, or the time from here until then. But the class that I'm taking for the SAT-ACT ends April 10th, and then we will be back by then. So then you can start expecting videos around that time, although I'm kind of slacking off in my homeschool work because that I can get caught up later after this course is done. Now, another thing I forgot to say about Team Pact right here when I went to it a few weeks ago is something that helped broke the ice is whenever I brought out a cube, when I could, like during a meal time or when we're just waiting for something, a bunch of people would crowd around me to watch me solve all my different puzzles. It was really cold there, so we basically always wore coats, so I always had 2 cubes in my coat pockets. So whenever I brought one out, they would always crowd around me. So yes, they're excellent icebreakers. So if you're in a group of people that you don't know and you'd like to get to know them, learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube and solve it in front of them. It works every time. And another thing is with my Megaminx, I forgot to talk about this, is I did switch around the color scheme. So I pried out the tiles and switched them because I start with white first and I like it, and I wanted it so that yellow would be on top instead of gray. So what I did is I switched around these colors, yellow, gray, and the lighter yellow or whatever, so that I switched those 3 colors around so that these 2 yellows wouldn't be touching right here then. And so I didn't want the 2 yellows touching, or the white and the gray, because they're very similar. So yeah, that's kind of nice. It's nice to do the last layer with yellow on top, because that's what I'm used to with the normal Rubik's Cube. And also my Dodo Cube has turned out good after I broke it. The super glue is holding, and I haven't really had any trouble. I'm sure it's not as strong as it was before, but if I did drop it in the right position, I'm sure it would break again. So, the super glue did cause some turning problems, but after I gave it some time to break it in, it got better. So, yes, I'm happy with how it's turned out, and yeah, it basically turned out like my previous cube. I think it was this one that I also broke, too. And another thing I forgot to say in my last status update video is if I don't reply to your message to me, send me another message, because sometimes I miss a few, like I'll read one and then I need to think about it or whatever, and then I forget to check it back later. So if you send me an important message and I don't give you a response, then send me another message, and then I will apologize for not answering you. So yeah, I just want to clarify that. And also, another little fun thing is I ordered a void cube. Yeah. So if you don't know what a void cube is, it's just basically a Rubik's Cube, a fully functional Rubik's Cube with no centers and no core. So you can see right through each center. So yeah, it makes it look cool, and it also adds a challenge, because there is a parity error that you have. Like, have you ever noticed that you can, with this pattern, you can switch 4 centers 180 degrees. So like, the four centers will rotate 180 degrees. But you can't do it just 90 degrees. Well, that's because if you did rotate the centers only 90 degrees, then the cube would become unsolvable. I tried it. I switched around the edges so that they would appear to only have moved 90 degrees, and I could not solve it. I got the same parity errors that you do on a 4x4. So, the challenge with a void cube is you would have to figure out how to switch those four centers and a group of two edges or two corners. So that will be fun, and since I was able to figure out the algorithms for a Siamese cube, I might just be able to figure that out too. Now, you heard me mention parity just a few seconds ago. Now, if you don't know what parity is, although I'm sure most of you do, and you may not even know the correct definition of parity, and it's just the relationship between corners and edges. So when you say you have a parity error, that means the relationship between the corners and edges are all screwed up. Although with a 5x5, the parity error is considered the relationship between the three edges on the three edge pieces on each edge. So, and a thing about my ads is I have found it annoying about the little pop-up ad that comes up a little ways on the screen and then you have to hit exit on your way back down. Now, do any of you ever even click on them? Because, you know, I would really like to remove those pop-up ads on the videos and then just keep the ads on the left side of the screen. Although, my revenue would probably go down, but I'm willing to sacrifice the extra money that I would get, not to have to click the X every time. So just post a comment below if you've even been interested in clicking on one of them. And because that would help me a lot, because if no one is interested, why bother to keep them on? So, if you think I should get rid of them, if it's not worth the revenue that I get from them, post a comment below. Now, the final topic I'm going to talk about today is that Monkey Dude has been uploading some videos about picky people. Now, I understand that people shouldn't be picky, but I also understand that people feel the urge to let the host know whenever important text has a spelling error, such as the title, the movie description, or annotations. Now, I don't mind it so much on my videos, so you can point out a spelling error to me, because odds are you will point out the spelling error, I will see it corrected before anyone else ever has a chance to notice it and post a comment about it themselves. But also, Monkey Dude did make a good point. If you want to point out a spelling error in my title or something, do good spelling yourself, because it's just like this. So imagine this. You're sitting in a lecture or someone's giving a speech, and the guy that's speaking is chewing gum. And imagine this also, that you are chewing gum too. And you raise your hand, and the speaker addresses you. And you say to him, "Can you please stop chewing gum? It's very distracting," as you say, between mouthfuls of you chewing gum. It does not make a good impression. So whenever you're pointing out a spelling error on my videos, be sure to use correct spelling yourself. So it's okay to let me know whenever I have a spelling error, but unless my spelling error changes the meaning of it, then it's probably not necessary. So if the speaker is chewing so loudly you can't understand him, then there's really no reason that you should get up and tell him that he's chewing gum while you're chewing gum yourself. So as Monkey Dude said, please refrain from being so picky about his misspellings and such on his videos, but I'm just saying that you can go ahead and do it on my videos. I don't care as much, and I don't really even read my video comments unless I just uploaded a new video. So, right, I believe that's all I have to say for now. Since it's early in the morning, I may not be talking as lively as I usually do, so I usually record my videos in the afternoon. That's why. And hopefully this didn't turn out so long because I don't want to have to spend a lot of time editing it. Okay, so if I can get a lot of schoolwork done this weekend, then I will try to make some challenge videos on Sunday night. So until then, or whenever I'm able to make a next video. Yeah, well, okay, see ya.